For most retirees, the biggest fear isn't actually running out of money. It's the constant nagging anxiety that you might. It's a fear that can quietly turn your golden years into decades of stress, no matter how much you have in the bank. A plan that goes beyond just the numbers on a spreadsheet and gives you the confidence to not just retire, but to truly thrive. But what if there was a blueprint to get rid of that fear for good? Your entire career, the mission was simple: save, invest, and make the number go up. You got really good at it. But the day you retire, the game completely changes, and the only antidote to uncertainty is clarity, and nobody hands you the new playbook. All of a sudden, you are expected to be an expert spender and start drawing down the very nest egg you worked so hard to build. Here's how you build it: that mental switch from a saver's mindset to a spender's is one of the toughest transitions in life. Your retirement paycheck shouldn't just come from one place. You'll have social security and maybe a pension, but the real engine will be your investments. This holds 1 to 3 years worth of your living expenses in cash and other safe, liquid investments. This is your buffer. If the market tanks one year, you don't have to sell a single thing at a loss. You just draw from this bucket and give your investments time to recover, and you need to build a portfolio that's designed to generate cash flow. This means including reliable sources like high quality bonds that pay out predictable interest and dividend paying stocks from stable companies. You can run headfirst into the second major fear: the psychological pain of actually spending your savings. For 40 years, you lived by one mantra: the number in my account needs to go up. So when you start seeing that balance go down, it can feel like you're failing, even if you're just following the plan. This mental block is a huge barrier to enjoying retirement. For that extra layer of peace of mind, many people incorporate annuities to provide a guaranteed income for life. What about a sudden spike in inflation or a massive healthcare bill? This is where a guardrails approach comes in. They don't steer the ball for you, but they keep it from rolling into the gutter. The guardrails method sets an initial withdrawal percentage from your portfolio, and then it adjusts your spending each year based on how your investments perform. It works like this: you set an initial withdrawal rate, say 4%, then you set your guardrails, which are usually a 20% gain or loss from your portfolio's starting value. You use diverse income streams and the bucket strategy to get clarity and create predictable cash flow. You shift your goal from just growing your net worth to generating consistent income. That's what gives you the permission to spend. These are real fears because they are mostly out of our control. You've done the incredibly hard work of saving and investing for decades. You have earned the right to enjoy it. This blueprint is your playbook to do exactly that: to move from a life of financial worry to one of freedom, confidence, and purpose. A plan that's too rigid can snap under that kind of pressure. Please do me a favor and click the like button and subscribe for more videos designed to help you retire with confidence. And don't forget to download that free retirement paycheck planner in the description below to get started. Finally, I want to hear from you. What's the biggest fear or question holding you back from enjoying retirement? Leave a comment below and let's start a conversation. We need to reframe what winning looks like. The plan would then call for a small predetermined spending cut, maybe by skipping an inflation adjustment for that year. The most important part is that this decision is made by the plan, not by you in a moment of panic. This flexible, data driven approach gives you peace of mind because you already have a plan for the good years and the bad. You're focused on what you can control your spending, not on things you can't, like the market's daily mood swings, which is a fantastic way to cover your essential bills and manage the risk of living a very long time. Your new goal is to generate a consistent, reliable retirement paycheck. This is a huge shift. You're no longer an accumulator. Their portfolio is $1 million and their withdrawal rate is 4%, so they're taking out $40,000 a year. If the market has a great year and their portfolio grows to $1.4 million, they've hit the upper guardrail. Their plan automatically tells them it's time for a raise, a pre-calculated spending increase. They can spend more with total confidence because the data says so. You're the CEO of your own personal pension that starts with a complete financial inventory. Just like your paycheck from work, they have their three buckets set up every month like clockwork: $5,000 is moved from their cash bucket to their checking account. They never have to log in, look at the market, and nervously sell shares to fund their life. The system just works. This turns spending from something scary into a simple, boring, predictable event just like a paycheck. This is how you finally give yourself permission to spend. Set up an automatic transfer from your investment accounts, specifically from that immediate cash bucket, into your checking account every month. When you create this automated flow, to help you get started, we've created a free, simple guide called the Retirement Paycheck Planner that walks you through setting up your income streams and your buckets. The link is in the description below. It's a fantastic first step to putting this plan into action. You separate the emotional act of selling something from the practical act of paying your bills. You're not draining your savings. You're just getting paid by the income engine you built. I mean everything, every asset, every debt, and all your key documents like wills and insurance policies. This isn't just busy work. It's about creating a single command center so you know exactly what you're working with. How long will I live? What will my expenses look like in 10 or 20 years? You're no longer spending from a giant, intimidating pile. You're systematically using funds that were set aside for this exact purpose. Will this be enough? This fear can be paralyzing, but we can absolutely conquer it by building a financial plan that creates predictable, reliable income for expenses in the next 3 to 10 years. This is for growth. It's invested more aggressively in things like stocks and index funds, designed to beat inflation over the long haul and make sure your money lasts. This is mostly filled with high quality bonds and some conservative, income producing assets. Its job is to generate stable income and to refill your cash bucket. It's a surprising trend. But research shows that many retirees are so afraid of spending their savings that they live far more frugally than they need to. In fact, one study found that even after nearly 2 decades in retirement, the average retiree still had 80% of their pre retirement savings left. That isn't thriving. That's living with a handbrake on. The reason for this fear is simple: uncertainty. I'm a financial planner, and I've spent my career helping people through this exact moment. I've seen firsthand that a great retirement isn't just about a financial plan, it's about a psychological one too. Today, we're going to walk through the blueprint. We'll build a practical, actionable plan and give you the mental tools you need to enjoy a retirement that is truly stress free. We'll tackle the three biggest fears retirees face and give you a clear, step by step solution for each. Section 1: the fear of outliving your money. Let's start with the big one: the fear of your money running out before you do. This anxiety is fueled by huge unknowns, right? The trick is to stop thinking of your savings as one giant pot of money and start seeing it as an income generating machine. First, you need total clarity. Second, we diversify your income streams. The best way to organize all of this is with a bucket strategy. Imagine three buckets. Bucket 1 is your immediate bucket. Bucket 2 is your intermediate bucket. And bucket 3 is your long term bucket. This bucket structure is powerful because it gives every dollar a specific job. Section 2: the mental anxiety of spending. But even with the world's best financial plan, so how do we fix it? Your new goal is not to preserve your net worth at all costs. To make this feel real, you need to automate it. Think about a couple, Phil and Claire. If this idea of creating a structured retirement paycheck makes sense to you, it's because it puts you back in the driver's seat. Section 3: the fear of the unknown. The third major fear is the fear of all the what ifs. What if the market crashes right after I retire? The answer isn't a more rigid plan. It's a more flexible and adaptable one. You need a system that can bend without breaking. Think of it like the bumpers in a bowling alley. Let's go back to Phil and Claire. But if the market has a terrible year and the portfolio drops hard, they hit the lower guardrail. Thriving in retirement without financial fear really comes down to these three things. First, you build a financial action plan. Second, you do the mental reframing. And third, you implement a flexible guardrail strategy. This allows your plan to adapt to whatever happens, taking the fear of the unknown off the table. Retirement anxiety is almost never about the numbers themselves. It's about not having a clear, confident plan you can trust. If this video helped you see a clearer path forward,